Okay, I think we're good. I was trying to just kind of turn the phone in a good way so I could show up a little better. So, hello, welcome to our talk about chakras. My name is Allison Rozelle, also known as Coach Roz. And as you can see in the background, got some Christmas decorations going on. so, um, So, this is actually an introductory to chakras. So, it's not like, oh, losing my earring here. It's not like if you are very familiar with chakras, um, that this is, geared towards you, although you are free to still watch. Because, I mean, I may bring up some things that you didn't know. I was actually introduced to chakras. It was a little earlier this year. I had always heard the word, but I never really understood what they were and what it meant. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So I kind of got the inspiration for this based on some things that I had been seeing, like friends or people in certain groups that I belong to, situations that we've been going through, things that I've gone through, because it all has to do with your energy and the clearing of your energy. So it kind of got that inspiration. This is something that I had been thinking about and meditating on all last week to decide, excuse me, when I wanted to do it and how did I want to do it. So rather than having one long discussion about chakras, I decided to just take it day by day. Every day, talk about a different chakra. And I hope you can hear me okay. Um, but we're just going to talk about the different chakras day by day, one day at a time. So I have us completing this by Sunday. And then I'm kind of just trying to decide if there's something else that I want to talk about and do in the same format, if it works out well, if you guys give me feedback and say, hey, this really helped, then there are some other topics that I do want to discuss and kind of break them up a little bit. Because I find that sometimes when you do things in shorter amounts of time rather than one long webinar or something like that, sometimes for some people that just works a lot better for them as far as retaining the information, putting it into practice, so on and so forth. So my goal is to try to do um, the one chakra and post about it all day. So there's going to be different aspects, and I'll get into that in just a second, that I'll be posting all day long. Now, my goal at the end of this, I'm going to have a worksheet put together for you guys that you can have, and it's totally free, and it'll basically just kind of go over what we've already talked about during the week. So you'll learn a little bit about chakras, and then the information that you learn, you'll have a worksheet to go by, so that way, whenever you want to try to practice some of it, or maybe you were like, God, what did she say about, such and such, and you just don't want to watch the whole video, that's fine. You'll have a worksheet to reference. Now, this first live video, of course, is going to be longer because this is the introductory. I'm trying to build the foundation, if you were. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So that we can go into every daily lesson. And my goal is for it to take no more than 15 minutes. No more than 15 minutes, because I know some of you may be at work on your lunch break and you don't have a lot of time, so I'm not trying to take a whole lot of time. So, different things that's going on with Coach Roz. Uh, I'm very excited about. I'm putting together my YouTube page. Yay! So all my videos that I've done, my live videos on Facebook, I can put them on my YouTube page as soon as I get someone that's a little more tech savvy than I to help me do it. Because I know it's simple, but again, I'm not really tech savvy, so so I'll be doing that, and this is gonna be on the YouTube channel. I may edit this part out, and I may just keep it real and just put the whole thing. I don't know. Nevertheless, so the YouTube channel is on the way. I also have a course that I've been working on. I finally finished editing it. And now I just need to work on like the audio and video that comes with it. So that's going to be promoted soon. I'm probably going to put together an actual webinar for that to launch it. So just be on the lookout. And my goal for the YouTube page is to have it up and running by the end of the week. And also by the end of the week, I also want to have my email list. I've lost my train of thought that quickly. I'm sorry. My mailing list. So that way my tribe, my peeps, y'all can keep up with me whenever there's a new blog post that gets posted, or if I've got a new video coming out, or if I've got a course that I've written, or for when my book launches. Yes, I am still writing on my book. And this also is going to be an aspect of the book, because the book is going to deal with clarity, cleansing, and clearing, just like the blog post that I had, but it's going to go into a little more depth. So, that's it for the introductory of that. So let's just dive right in, okay? So chakra. Chakra is a Sanskrit word, and it means wheel or circle. Now you're going to see me looking because I've got my notes up here rather than me looking down. I just don't like when I look down. I'd rather look straight ahead and then come back and be centered and talk to you guys. But that's what it means. It means wheel or circle. And it's kind of like if you would just imagine like a spinning lotus flower. And it's in the various points of your body. There's 7 chakra points, and they're basically the energy centers of your body. So the 7 are your root chakra, sacral chakra, the solar plexus or navel chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, third eye, and your crown. So today we're going to talk about the root. Now, 3 of the 7 chakras govern the lower half of your body, and then the other 4 govern the upper part of your body. So it's basically, sorry for scratching my head, but hey, if you have an itch, you have an itch. We are all basically energy. And a lot of people, when you talk about things like chakras and energy and everything, some people get a little squeamish because of their upbringing, as far as like their religion background, their religious backgrounds, whether it be Christianity, Judaism, Islam, which, by the way, those are the 3 major religions of the world, and all 3 of them, within their holy scriptures, meditation is mentioned, and there are different references to energy points of your body and how your soul and your spirit is supposed to connect with the higher being. So if we're all energy, it stands to reason that which created us, God, Allah, whatever you call him, or call that energy, it stands to reason that we're all energy connected to the higher being. So, with that being said, let's go and talk about the root chakra. So, well, first of all, let's just say this. I said in my description of this event that if you have blocking, because a lot of times your energy can have blocking, it might need to be cleared. There are various things that could be going on within that you can feel, like if you start to feel really heavy or fatigued or just really cranky. We're kind of talk about that a little bit too. So you'll know the signs of what chakra may be out of line. Could be all of them. I don't know. But, it could be just one. And then you have to do what you need to do to clear it, to unblock it, so that you can move forward and be healthier, mind, body, and spirit. So let's talk about the root chakra. So the root chakra, the word, and I promise you, I may butcher this word, but I'm going to try my best to say it the right way. Muladhara. And so Mul means root and Adhara means support or base. The color is red. I have on my red shirt. And then I got to thinking, I was like, ooh, I might not have a shirt for every color of the chakras. I may have to do like some accessories or something for each day if I don't have a shirt color. But yes, I have on red. And yes, my earrings are heart. It's just because these are like my favorite earrings. But it has nothing to do with the root chakra. Okay, so with the root chakra, it's just that. It's your root. It's like the base of the spine in like the groin, kind of the groin anus area. That's what your root chakra, that's where that is. And the functions and behavioral characteristics that's associated with your root chakra: security or safety, survival, your basic needs like water, food, shelter, clothing, things like that, and then your foundation of living your life. That's what is the root chakra. So, if you think of foundations or roots, let's talk about like a house. So a house has a foundation. And if the foundation is cracked of a house, then that house is just totally messed up. Because I don't know if you've ever seen a house. Maybe you've not physically seen it, or maybe you've seen it on TV or a picture of it. When the foundation is cracked or there's an issue with the foundation, the house itself starts to pull from the foundation, and you can actually see it sometimes. And me being a real estate agent, I have seen a house where the house is literally pulling away from the foundation of it because there's like a sloping or a crack in the foundation. And when your foundation is messed up, that's a very, very expensive thing to do on a house. I don't know if you've ever seen it or had to deal with that issue, but if you ever have foundation problems in a house, that's going to be a very expensive thing because, the foundation is where everything sits. So it's the same thing with your life. Your foundation is from where everything sits. If your foundation is off, then everything else that's above the foundation is going to be off too. I mean, it's just simple like that. So you can also think of it like roots to a tree. Trees have their roots and they're like in the ground. And have you ever like gone into a yard and look down, and you can actually see some tree roots like in the ground. And it's like, wow, that tree is like all the way over there, and yet their roots are right here. So your roots can spread out quite a bit. And if you've ever had a tree cut down, and I don't mean just cut where the stump is left, I mean like a tree totally removed, again, that's a very expensive thing because you have to, excavate and pull from the ground. So it's the same thing with your root chakra because it is your root. It's the foundation for which you come. It's your belief system. It's your rearing and raising. It's all of that. So when your energy is blocked or unbalanced from your root chakra, you have more things like, here's some of the examples of how you know that it's off. You have excessive negativity. It's like It's not, we all have negative moments. So I don't want you to get confused and say, well, I had a bad day, so that means my root chakra must be off. No, not necessarily. It just means you just had a bad day, you know. But if you constantly and excessively are in a negative space and you surround yourself with negativity because you're feeding on that negativity and it's really impacting you, then chances are your root is unbalanced or blocked. There's also eating disorders. Now, eating disorders, most people, when you hear eating disorders, you immediately go to anorexia and bulimia, but that's not really true. Anorexia and bulimia is just a couple of different eating disorders. The other eating disorders, another one, hello, I'm a sufferer of it, and that is overeating. Emotional eating, right? So when you start emotionally eating, not like, oh, my boyfriend broke up with me, I'm getting ready to go and eat a cheesecake. Okay, but the next day you get up, you go to the gym, and you work out. I'm talking about over time, for an amount of time, you're overeating or undereating, right? So that's what with the eating disorders. Or if you have greed issues where you're greedy with money, with your things, where you're hoarding stuff, keeping things to yourself, you don't want to share it with anybody, you're being really greedy, then your root chakra may be unbalanced or blocked with that. Or if you have excessive feelings of insecurity, or you're just living in survival mode constantly. So everyone has their own set of insecurities, but if you're like excessively insecure, feeling that, where you don't even trust your judgment anymore, you don't feel safe making decisions or confident, then a lot of that has to do with your root. It has to do with your root chakra. It may be unbalanced, it may be blocked. So here's some of the things that you can do to kind of clear and unblock that energy. So let's start with meditation. So with meditation, you can do this where you're sitting on the floor. Or if you can't get on the floor, you can sit on a straight back chair, that has no arms, and, put your feet flat on the floor, because, everybody can't get down on the floor comfortably. And if they do, they may not be able to get back up. So I don't want you to do anything that you can't, that you don't feel comfortable doing, okay? So you can do the meditation. It's really simple. Basically, you're going to do a hand mudra. And mudra, I had the definition of it and then I just kind of lost it, but it's kind of like your hand, what your hand is doing when you're sitting and meditating. So there are different mudras, and you want to take your thumb and index finger and hold them together. And, sit them on your legs for your hand mudra. And then you chant. And I know that scares the hell out of some people. Doesn't mean that, anything is possessing your body. So stop that. Stop it. It's not that at all. It's kind of like, if you're a Christian, it's just like when you, in certain parts of Christianity, they do what's called tarry. They tarry. And they just say, Jesus, 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 over and over again. So with this, it's not exactly like that, but I'm just trying to give you a frame of reference so you won't get thrown off by the word chant. Okay? So what you do is you hold your hand mudra, and you sit down on the floor comfortably, or like I said, in a chair. And what you're going to chant is L-A-M. And it's not lamb. It's not. It's lam. So you're going to sit, close your eyes, and you're going to have your hand mudra, and you're going to say Lam, and you do that. And what you're doing while you're chanting, while you have your hands in the mudra, you're going to concentrate your energy on the area of your root chakra, which is where? Base of your spine, groin, anus area. That's where your root chakra is. So you want to relax when you do this, definitely. You want to relax, don't tense up. Just kind of let your body just kind of come down. And you do it as often as you need to until you start to feel relaxed. And you may even start to feel clean. Yay, that's clearing, right? So if you start to feel clean or you feel really calm, then it means that that worked for you. So again, you want to do your hand mudra, and you just want to close your eyes and Lam, Lam. And you just want to do that, again, as often as you need to. So there's no right or wrong. I mean, hell, you could sit there and do it 100 times if you have to do it. Whatever it takes to get that area clear, to get that energy clear. And kind of think of it as like a red lotus flower spinning. Kind of picture that in your head as you're doing this, and that kind of shows you the whole dynamic of chakra, because it is a wheel, it is spinning, and you know, it would be more associated with the lotus flower. Okay, so yoga poses that you can do, which I am not going to show you because I just had surgery and I can't do them yet. But I can explain them. So your yoga poses that clear your root chakra. If you lay on your back and pull your knees to your chest. And when you do that, just breathe in and out and be very aware of your breath and lay there as long as you need to kind of get yourself to relax. Because when you're holding your legs to your chest, when you're holding your knees to your chest, it's kind of like security, right? Like when you hold a security blanket or hold someone and it gives you that security, that's what you're doing. So that's what you're trying to tap into for your foundation, your root chakra. Another yoga pose is to sit with your legs straight out in front of you, and you want to lower your head toward your knees. Now, if you're not that flexible, don't beat yourself up about it and say, well, I can't get my head to my knees. Just go as far as you can go. And with every time that you do it, you'll probably, if you do it consistently, you can get closer. But you got to be consistent, you know, regardless, right? So if you bend over and go, like I said, your legs are straight in front of you, and you just lower yourself to where your head goes towards your knees, that's a great opener for your root chakra. Another one is the simple, everyone knows it, lotus pose, which takes you back to your meditation. When you meditate and you sit cross-legged or legged, however you want to say it. I don't know if it's legged or legged. I've heard two. I've heard both. People say sit cross-legged or sit cross-legged. Now, I think us Southerners, we probably are the ones that say cross-legged. So however you take it, that's fine. But you know what I'm talking about. You want to put your legs one on top of the other and cross them. You know, if you can't do a complete lotus pose where your feet are both sitting like on your lap and everything, you know, no one's going to be like, you're not doing it right. Do it the way that it's comfortable for you. But the point is, you're sitting cross-legged because you're trying to open that area up, right? So when you have your hands in your mudra and then you do your meditation, so your meditation and yoga can go hand in hand to clear the area of your root chakra. The last yoga pose is the squat pose. Now this pose, I initially thought when I saw it, when I was doing my research, that the squat pose would be more like the chair pose, but it's not. It's more like if you stand up and you squat as far down as you can, kind of like sumo. If you think of a sumo wrestler, of how they, get down and everything, but you don't want your hands on your knees, you're going to put your hands in prayer in front of you. But you're going to squat down as far as you can, kind of put your elbows to your knees. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post pictures. Like I said, because I'm going to be concentrating on this, like the root chakra, all day. So it's going to be the yoga poses, the hand mudra I'm going to post. I'm also going to post, because you can also do aroma therapy. There's certain fragrances that can clear your root chakra. So I also talk about that, and it's generally with essential oils that you can use. But I'll post that information as well. So I'm going to post about the essential oils. I'm going to post about the different foods that you can eat, and the foods and the herbs that would be related to clearing your root chakra. I'm also going to post the yoga poses and the picture of the hand mudra. And so that way you can kind of have that to see what I'm talking about on this live video. But I'm going to have that. And like I said, I'm going to put together a worksheet for this. It's probably going to be multiple sheets because this is a lot of information, but it's good information, right? Because it gives you the information to know about clearing your space. And then, like I said, this information I'm probably going to put in my book too, because there is a section that talks about energy clearing. So this is basically what I have for today for the root chakra. Like I said, not all videos are going to be this long because I wanted to first build the foundation. Yes, pun intended. I wanted to build the foundation, and I wanted to kind of tell you, how I got to this point of why I wanted to talk about it. This is important to me because I find that with doing my meditation and yoga, it does clear my energy, and it does make me feel better, and my mind is clear, my spirit is feels free, in my body, because like I've said before, mind, body, and spirit is not just a cliche. It all works together. It all works together. So you have to make sure that you have those energy clearings, because you want your body to work like a well-oiled machine. You want to be able to flow and feel, not as weighed down and burdened and heavy and negative energy just all around you. You want to clear those spaces because that helps you sleep. It helps with your communication with other people. It helps you, digest your food better. I mean, it's all relative, right? So that's all I got. That's all I got. And if you want any more information, just keep looking at the Coach Roz page. Like I said, I'm about to post some more stuff regarding the root chakra. And then tomorrow, we will get started on the sacral chakra. Okay? So I hope everyone enjoyed this. Leave me some comments. If you have any additional questions, you can post that too. And until next time, I'll bid you adieu. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.